what we've got here is failure to communicate.
Hey, I'm UFC President Dana White, and you're in the ring with Callum McGregor.
They're staring at me. See them?
Let's jump into the card to come. And as we said, the co-main event's off, but the new co is still a barn burner. We got Edson Barbosa against Bryce Mitchell. It's going to be awesome. But we will start at the top. Colby Covington against Jorge Masvidal. So we have Colby Covington coming in as the distinct favorites. Right now, he's almost 2-1.
Oh, he's bigger than that, man. He's a minus 350. The
Wow.
return on Jorge Masvidal is a plus 275 right now.
Plus 275. So Colby Covington coming in at 16-3-0. Jorge Masvidal coming in at 35-15 and a big journeyman O. So we know that Jorge's stand-up is gangster. We know he has the hands. We know that yes, he did just get knocked out into a new universe in what I think was his last fight. That being said, there's no, I don't know, man. The line's so wide now. I'm almost considering taking a shot at him. I think that Colby Covington is one of the best fighters in the UFC today, and I still back that. I think his hands are awesome. His hands are fast. His cardio is there. His wrestling is there. He's just a good, well-rounded fighter, I should say. Probably one of the better well-rounded fighters in MMA right now. And so I'm probably going to lead Covington in this, but I may, if the line gets bigger, I'll take a flying knee.
Yeah, I kind of have to agree, but I honestly, I'm a little bit on the other end too. I think the line's a little wide. I think minus 350 is a little crazy. Neither one of these guys has beaten anybody in the top 10. If you look at the top 10 of the welterweight division right now, neither one of these guys has a win over them. So it's tough for me to really look at this fight and say Colby Covington is warranted at a minus 350 price tag because you have that threat of Jorge Masvidal. Jorge Masvidal has never been an easy guy to take down. There's nobody that's really dominated him on the ground. Even if you look at Jorge Masvidal versus Kamaru Usman in the first fight, it's not like he really got dominated. He kind of got pushed up against the fence and was controlled. But as I said, he's not getting dominated. So I think Jorge Masvidal is not, I want to say he's alive in this spot. I think he's more than unlikely going to lose. My pick will be Colby, but it's hard to say that this price tag is warranted at all. I'm not talking about the Bobby Green shit that we just dealt with. You know what I mean? That shit was warranted. But, this is the only fight we do have props on, so there's no reason why I'm going to quote it here. But for Jorge Masvidal, at plus 375 for KO, I think it's a fairly live spot because Colby can be cocky, can be ignorant, and we haven't seen him get clipped in the past, but this may be the time we see him get clipped.
And here's the thing. It always leaves us a beautiful hedge because even if we don't want to get with the prop, even though this is likely the only path in this one, it always leaves a nice hedge to a parlay. So even if we had Colby at the top ticket and then, Jorge is our hedge out, that works as well too. So,
yeah man.
Sure. So how do you want to see this going? You see Colby decision? Or do you see
I think Colby decision is your most likely outcome. Maybe 4th, 5th round TKO if Masvidal really gasses. But I don't really see this fight being that close. As much as I like Jorge Masvidal and we all kind of like the illusion of Masvidal and stuff like that, the guy generally beats strikers. So like I said, we know in Darren Till, we saw with Nate Diaz, but I really don't see him spending too much time honestly on his feet here. And even then, if you want to draw parallels from the Robbie Lawler fight, Robbie Lawler also throws like a max wreck too. And he just pushed Robbie Lawler against the cage and landed 500 strikes or something in that fight. Colby Covington is not afraid to strike. The only difference is he'll mix in the takedowns. And so every single time Jorge throws those big shots, he's going to get put on his ass and he might be able to get back up. But Colby's proven to us that he can do this whole chain wrestling thing for 25 minutes and not lose his breath. So it's hard to go
against.
He's
got the striking at any time. And sure, he doesn't have a crazy knockout power, but he'll still land 3 to 4 and then he drops a guy. So someone can be dropped off of multiple punches, and then he's smothering them. I could see a fourth round or something where he's smothering him, and landing some elbows from the top, and something along those lines. So definitely, I'm with you on that. That'll probably be sort of the pick, and then we would have the hedge out. That way, I satisfy my urge to go for that Masvidal TKO or KO.
What we've got here is failure to communicate.
The champ, John Jones.
Follow me on Twitter.